Hello there, Lake County Library. This is Christy Lewis from the Lakeport branch, and today we have a book haul of brand new books at the Lake County Library. If you want to order any of these books, you can do so for free to the branch of your choice. All you have to do is follow the link in our description to our library's online catalog. You can copy and paste the titles and author names of any of these books directly into the catalog, and we will let you know when the book arrives there for you. Just make sure that we have your updated information so that we can let you know when your book arrives. Without further ado, let's jump into the book haul. Our first genre for today is mystery. If you want to skip a genre, you can just skip using the timestamps down below. And our first mystery for today is The Big Empty by Robert Crais. Tracy Beller was 13 when her father disappeared. She never believed the evidence saying he abandoned his family. So now that she's a wealthy influencer, she hires the best detective money can buy, Elvis Cole. He quickly tracks down her father's last known sighting and runs straight into a vicious gang. Reviewers describe it as dryly humorous and surprising. The Big Empty is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Next, we have The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. In June 1975, the Taylor family is shattered when two teenage siblings are found dead, leaving Vincent as the sole survivor and prime suspect. Decades later, Vincent becomes a famous horror writer. His daughter, Olivia Dumont, is offered a job to ghostwrite her father's last book, only to discover it's not a horror novel, but the true story of what happened that night in 1975. Ghostwriter is also available on ebook. Our next genre is fantasy, and our fantasy today is Waterman by Samantha Sotto, which is a sweet, whimsical contemporary fantasy. Hana Ishikara inherits a hidden pawn shop in Tokyo where people trade their regrets. On her first day as the new owner, she wakes to find that a precious item has been stolen, and her father has vanished. She embarks on a magical journey with a young physicist through mystical realms to uncover the truth and recover what was lost. Waterman is also available on ebook and e-audiobook. Our next genre is comics, and today our comic is DCeased. Several comics in the series have been added recently into the catalog. So we have DCeased, the original. We have DCeased Unkillables, Hope at Planet's End, Dead Planet, or War of the Undead Gods. This is a horror graphic novel series in the zombie genre. A mysterious techno-organic virus is released on Earth, turning 600 million people into mindless, rampaging killers. One by one, cities, nations, undersea kingdoms, and paradise islands fall prey. Now, only Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the rest of the Justice League stand between Earth and utter annihilation. Our next genre is historical, and our first historical book is Last Twilight in Paris by Pam Jenoff, which is set in London in 1953. Louise discovers a necklace in a box at a secondhand shop. She's certain she's seen it before in Paris, where she worked with the Red Cross during World War II. She returns to Paris to discover its relation to the true, dark history of Levitan, a once glamorous department store that served as a Nazi prison, and to the mysterious death of her friend, Fanny. Last Twilight in Paris is also available on book on CD, ebook, and e-audiobook. Next, we have The Stolen Queen by Fiona Davis. 42 years after a disastrous archaeological dig in Egypt's Valley of the Kings, Charlotte Cross is a Met curator consumed by her research into the female pharaoh Hatharkher. She meets young Annie Jenkins, an assistant to a Met Gala organizer, when the Met's most famous Egyptian artifact disappears. Jenkins and Cross are forced to take a dangerous mission back to Egypt. The Stolen Queen is also available on ebook, e-audiobook, playaway, and large type. Our last historical for today is Boudicca by PC Cast. From the #1 New York Times bestselling author of the House of Night series comes this historical romantasy for fans of the mythological retellings of Sue Lynn Tan and Madeline Miller. Guided by the goddess Andraste, Queen Boudicca of the Iceni leads a rebellion against opposing forces in Roman-occupied Britain, but dark prophecies threaten to doom her fight for freedom. Boudicca is also available on ebook, book on CD, and in playaway. Our last genre for today is picture books, and our first picture book for today is Cats in Construction Hats by Sudipta Bardhan-Quallen. I'm probably mispronouncing that, I'm so sorry. 6 cats organized by fur and hat color work together to build a cat condo in this picture book that teaches colors. Yellow cat, green hat. Green cat, orange hat. Brief commands in speech balloons. Dig this, clear that. Make every 4 lines a rhythmic rhyming quatrain. It features big construction vehicles, Cats in Construction Hats is also available on ebook. Next we have The Littlest Drop by Sascha Alper. Brian Pinkney finishes his father, the Caldecott medalist, Jerry Pinkney's final illustration with gorgeous impressionist-style paintings. The story opens on an African plain dotted with acacia trees. When a fire starts near her nest, a hummingbird galvanizes the rest of the animals to help her put out the fire. The story originates with the Quechua people of South America. The Littlest Drop is also available on ebook. Next we have Smiling Eyes by Linda Sue Park. A child explores the community through the eyes of others. Smiling eyes, bright eyes, twinkling eyes, wink, brown eyes, green eyes, hazel or blue. You can see me, and I can see you. A joyous celebration of eyes that showcases the variety of Asian eye shapes and hues. By the Newbery Medal Award-winning author of A Single Shard. Great book, by the way. A Peddler of Puddles by Beth, Ferry. A puddle peddler slowly moves through the countryside with his ingenious apparatus full of all the bells and whistles needed to make puddles for a variety of creatures and children. The book is filled with details to pore over, like the puddle menu. But during his travels, the peddler discovers his desire to settle down into a cozy home. Our last book for today is Mermaids Are the Worst by Alex Willan. When mermaids show up in the middle of Gilbert's first goblin getaway in centuries, their fin-flapping festivities quickly turn rest and relaxation into stress and aggravation. This is clearly proof that mermaids are the worst. A humorous story about how the strangest creatures can become the best of friends. That is it for today's book haul. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts down below. If you have any questions or if you order any of these books, we really love to hear from you. Take care until next time. Bye-bye.